All right, so today we're going to do a trailer review for Captain America Brave New World, okay? Well, first of all, I got to say I'm very much looking forward to this film, knowing that these last MCU films, they have not been very good. A lot of the storytelling, we can see that it's been very politically driven, it's forgotten the whole storytelling that it began with during the first what is it called, MCU films, right? With Iron Man, with Thor, all of these characters, and eventually bringing them all together. We finally got the Infinity War trailer, and then the Endgame trailer, right? Or not the trailers, the films. After that, we've got a couple more good films like Spider-Man, No Way Home, and then we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, right? Which were both really good films. After that, though, there have been some terrible releases of other films that just have not worked for me at all. So, of course, this very last one that we got recently, very, very, very good film. You guys probably know which one. Deadpool and Wolverine. That one was definitely enjoyable. I would have to say, though, honestly, not as great and intense as I thought it would be. Honestly, not as intense as I thought it would be, but it was still a really good story. The performance with Hugh Jackman, very good as always, when he plays the Logan character. And he's done a lot of emotional scenes in this last film that it really, really struck me. There's a scene where he is talking to Deadpool in the car, and he's just like breaking down and like while he's talking to Deadpool, or Ryan Reynolds' character. He's just kind of like letting go of all these things he's been holding on to. Of course, this is a alternate version or another version of Logan. It's not the Logan that passed away or that died in the actual Logan film. This is another, another variant or whatever. So it was a really good film though. And then Deadpool was very, very funny as always. But there was some parts where it fell flat for me there. I know this is not a Deadpool and Wolverine review, but I just wanted to say really quick here that with the fights, as long as I wanted them to be, they were not. Very, very short fights. The last, encounter was a bit of a letdown. It was not a ultimate face-off with anything. We had like a teaser of the Hulk character within that film, and I really wanted him to really be around a little bit more, but didn't really go anywhere. So I was a little let down about that. Again, the film itself overall was good. I enjoyed myself. This is definitely something that's rewatchable for me. I would definitely go back and see it. But, again, there was some really, really shortfalls in that one, like some letdowns when it came to the fights. I really wanted to have more fights going on in there, more action. But anyway, you guys, so that was probably one of the last films that, had me like satisfied to a degree. So I don't think this one, though, with Captain America Brave New World is going to top that at all, like not even close. Because I have heard a lot of mixed reviews about it, mostly negative reviews. But I have seen reactions to the trailers that had people kind of hype, at least to a degree. Again, like they were a little excited about Red Hulk being introduced in this film with which was originally supposed to be can't even talk today. Supposed to be played by William Hurt, right? And now it's going to be played by Harrison Ford because of the passing of William Hurt, tragically, Now, of course, he can't play that character, but I would have loved to see William Hurt play this character. I think it would have been great, but for a reason it couldn't happen. So, of course, now we have Harrison Ford. But yeah, everybody's excited about that. But as for Anthony Mackie playing, the Falcon, which he's now considered Captain America, which I don't know why. He's not Captain America at all. We hear it in the trailer, right? Harrison Ford's character, the President, which he's playing the President in this film. He tells him, "You're not Captain America. You're not Steve Rogers, right?" And then Falcon proceeds to say, "You're right, I'm not." But still, like everybody, regardless of that line in the film, everybody's still saying like, it's just not. It doesn't. Why are you calling it Captain America though? This is a Falcon film, So even though he's got the Captain America shield passed down to him from Captain America, But I just, I'm not too confident about the title or all of that, Falcon being the next Captain America. It's really weird. This is what everybody was also afraid of when it came to Spider-Man replacing Tony Stark. I remember when that was going around, like when they thought Spider-Man Far From Home, right? When Mysterio gets introduced by Jake Gyllenhaal, he plays Mysterio. They thought he was going to replace Iron Man, and so we had that same thing happening there, where Happy, I forget the actor's name. Oh God, what's his name? I forget his name. The guy that plays Happy, right? Iron Man's or Tony Stark's helper and driver, right? He says that he tells Tom Holland's character Spider-Man that he is not Iron Man, right? He can never be Tony Stark. And even though we have that clarification, sometimes the fans still say like, "Oh man, but I know at some point you're gonna want to make him as valuable as Iron Man, or kind of replace him." And I'm glad that they haven't gone that route. They really have stuck to just Spider-Man, because he is Spider-Man. Tom Holland is Spider-Man. So I'm glad that they've stuck onto that, and we saw the great, recent film with the Spider-Man No Way Home, with all three Spider-Men. They all get introduced together: Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire. All of them come together, and it was just beautiful to see, So over here, back to Captain America: Brave New World, we have this conflict. So hopefully they don't go that route, where they try to replace Captain America, Steve Rogers, Chris Evans as Captain America. But the trailer itself when this trailer starts, it starts off with this character that's in prison. Now, I'm not sure exactly who he is, but it looks, from what I've heard, he was a Winter Soldier as well, and he's now detained, right? Because he attacked during this whole like a press meeting or something with the president. And it starts off with Anthony Mackie's character, the Falcon, kind of what's it called, like having an intervention with him or whatever, and across his cell. And so it kind of goes back. So I'm kind of looking at the trailer here, breaking it down for you guys. Falcon is asking him if there's anything he remembers, from that event that happened. And so this is where we get the scene, kind of like the flashback, where this character, pushes one of what is it called? The Secret Service, one of the Secret Service people or whatever from the president, like one of his guards. He just pushes him and then kind of, jumps out the window. He does the Winter Soldier jump, right? When we saw the Winter Soldier, which eventually, I'm not sure how long that scene lasts. I'm so used to like short scenes, like they kind of mislead you in trailers. You're like, oh, I bet you this scene's going to be epic. It's like 5 seconds, and then, eventually it's the end of it. So I don't know how long this chase is going to be when this dude tries to escape. Eventually though, they do catch him. We see it in the trailer. The police is surrounding him, and he ends up in jail, where again, this goes back to Anthony Mackie's, him questioning him in the jail cell, or across the window there, where they have like the visitors come in. And then finally it just kind of like cuts to this, this woman telling the president there's been an attack initiated. These missiles get blasted off. I gotta tell you guys, this is really weird what's happening right now, because we have this film that's going to release, and it's like somehow connecting to what's really happening in real life. If you guys are not watching, I don't really watch the news or anything like that, like the media. I do more, like I watch more YouTube, where I try to find the right, resourceful videos, like the good videos, to watch these news that are coming up. But things that I've been hearing is like these missiles have been launched or something like that from Russia. And the United States is about to enter World War III. It's just crazy. All of these things are happening. And in this film, we got the president that just comes in, and then now it's being attacked. We have the Falcon here, like trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And then, right here in real life, we got President Trump that just had, won the election, and he's stepping in the office right soon. But then before he gets in there, all of these things are happening, where there's like a World War III start or a threat, right before his, he really gets into the office, So it's really, really weird how this is connected. But anyway, I just had to throw that in there. As these attacks are happening around the area where the president is, we got Anthony Mackie making his way through the hallways, trying to figure out what's going on. And then we cut to this scene where he's flying through the sky. Beautiful shots of him flying through the sky, kind of like this like fly choreography looks amazing with him. It looks like they're doing really good with like his flying techniques and all that. How he's improved his flying techniques through time. And eventually he lands kind of doing like a superhero landing, which it looked all right. It looks okay to me. Eventually, like he's surrounded by all these guys, and eventually he releases this kind of like what is it called? The Cosmic Blast or something like that. It's kind of like what Black Panther used to do, right? In the Black Panther movies, the Purple Blast, after he takes like a hit, right? So, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. Although I'm not sure if I saw this correctly in the trailer, but I think there's a guy that's also flying with him. I'm not even sure who he is. Can you guys tell me who he is down in the comment sections? I'm not too familiar with that. But yeah, it looked pretty cool. And we just get kind of like the split screen starting to form as they're looking up at the sky, all these jets flying across the sky, and the screen splits between the Falcon and the President, the Falcon character and the President, which is, it's like a divide, I guess. Now they're divided. But yeah, we see this guy often with him, with the Falcon, this other white guy. I'm not sure who he is again, but it looks like it's going to be his next partner. And then we get a quick little shot of the President looking down, like opening up this like container and looking down of Harrison Ford's character, the President looking down at this container really quick. And that's where I'm guessing he's going to get this serum that he's going to inject into himself, which, I hope the motive behind all of that, it makes sense, that it works. The pacing better not suck with this, but I feel like because there's so many reshoots happening with this that I've been hearing, a lot of reshoots, like, rescripting and all of that. Well, mostly reshoots. I feel like they're just not sure where they're going with this one, but I feel like all of this will affect the final release of the film, once it releases, and it's going to look a little choppy in some scenes. But I really hope that they do have a good explanation behind the President, getting all of the serum and stuff like that. Hopefully it doesn't just randomly happen like we got in the Amazing Spider-Man film with Andrew Garfield with the Green Goblin character. All of a sudden he just injects himself, he just turns into the Green Goblin, and then all of a sudden he knows how to fly the glider, which was horrible. But I mean, definitely rushed into that one. I was feeling the Electro character, but then they just jumped into the Green Goblin. They're like, let's just throw him in there. Who cares? So I mean, I really hope that they don't do this with Red Hulk. So there's a scene that we see in the trailer eventually here where we have a little bit more of scenes of like the Falcon flying through the air, and then he does this really cool thing, like when he spins and then his wings kind of block him like this with the shield in the middle. That was insanely cool. I thought that was very, very cool. Him using the shield like to protect himself and his own wings like wrapping it like this. That was awesome. So I am very, very, very confident, very sure we're going to get some very cool, like flying scenes with the Falcon. And I really hope they make that interesting. And then, just again, I'm a little nervous. I'm always nervous about the fights because they're so short. Like I mentioned, in the Deadpool and the Wolverine film, they're so short. And it's such a letdown, I don't know. I mean, if you guys check out my reaction to, what was it? The Wolf. Right? It was a fan-made film called The Wolf. Oh no, Logan the Wolf. That's what it's called. Logan the Wolf. You guys, check that out. It like the fight in that was super, super satisfying. It was a good length, not too much, not too little. Perfect. That's what I would want to see in movies. If you guys, again, have not checked that out, I definitely recommend you to jump into my channel and type in Logan the Wolf, or just look it up, Logan the Wolf reaction. You will see my reaction there. Next, we get a couple more shots of this girl now. That's like a Black Widow type girl. She looks really cool. I'm not sure who she is exactly. If you guys, again, can also let me know down below in the comment section if you can help me out with that. But she seems very cool. I'm pretty sure she's not going to have a lot of scenes, but the scenes that she will have, I hope they're as great as like the fight choreography for, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. I think it's very similar here. So, there's a lot of, like the fight choreography though, I hope it changes in this film. There's a lot of like where the woman just kind of clings onto the guy and then just lets herself flip backward, and then the guy falls to the ground and then she like locks him up. Like we've seen that so many times. I've seen like the Black Widow girl do that. She just like puts her weight on and then just kind of flips them over. That's like really repetitive. I hope we get some new fight choreography here. Now I know that with men and women have like a very different set of what's it called, like mass, body mass, power, all of that. Totally understand that. But I hope that they do something really good where it looks very convincing when she fights, maybe the opposite sex. Hopefully it looks very good. And finally, in the end, we have the couple of scenes, that we have all been waiting for as an audience. A lot of people, I can already tell you, they're already here for the Red Hulk. They are mostly here for the Red Hulk. We want to see something Hulk out again. Like what they have been doing to, Bruce Banner's character or Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, it's just, oh my God, horrible. And Endgame, they totally let us down with like really just nerfing him down to like a really nice science Hulk, like Professor Hulk, I guess now. And he just really, that was cool. I didn't mind all of that, but it's like the final fight. he didn't do much at all. He didn't even get his like revenge, his fight that he needed to make up for the loss when he fought Thanos in the in the spacecraft. He didn't even make up for it. Didn't even get a chance to do that. I thought we were going to get that, but not even close. So yeah, they totally messed up Hulk. I definitely am disappointed what they did with him. So a lot of the fans that love Hulk that we saw in Avengers, right, in the Avengers film when he got introduced there, the Hulk that we saw with Edward Norton, right? I think it was 2003 or something like that, 2011, right? 2011. Even the 2003 Hulk, I forgot the actor's name, but like those two Hulks at least did a lot of damage, like, I mean, I really liked even the first Hulk that came out in 2003 where he flips he spins the tank, throws it into the mountains out there in the desert. That was really good. So, I mean, with Edward Norton, of course, he has an opponent to face in this one, which was a big letdown in 2003. He had a horrible opponent, right? His own father, I think that's who he fights. Really, really horrible fight. But in 2011's Hulk with Edward Norton, he fought Abomination, which was a very, very entertaining fight. Very CGI, I would say, but it was still very good. I love the way that Hulk and him were just going like boom, boom, just like punching each other. Eventually, he created the fist with the police car. I mean, incredible. This definitely, I think, was inspired off of the Incredible Hulk game, the Ultimate Destruction game, where he does the steel fists, right? And we saw it in the Edward Norton film with the Edward Norton Hulk. I thought that was beautiful. Oh my God, dream come true there. With this Mark Ruffalo Hulk, we see that they didn't do much with him. They introduced him in the Avengers. He did some cool stuff there when he fought Thor. That was pretty cool. And Thor Ragnarok, when he fought Thor, that was pretty cool. I thought that was a great fight. But again, didn't really do much at the end there. I thought he was going to fight this giant, like the flame guy or whatever, but he just kind of throws him off him, and that was the end of that. Big monster or whatever, right? That was pretty much it. That's what we got from the Hulk. So they really dumbed him down. He doesn't really do much in these MCU movies. Total letdown. So the fans really want to see Hulk out, right? So now we get Red Hulk here. And the way that he was shown, I mean, he looks good. He looks fine to me. A little CGI, I would say still. Maybe they could like render him up a little bit more. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. Maybe this is how he's going to look in the film. I mean, it looks fine. I think that I really want to see him like rage out though. Like, him fighting against Falcon though, I don't think that's a fair fight at all. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Doesn't seem right? It doesn't seem convincing. And also, if you guys noticed, his movement is a little stiff, right? So like there's a scene where he's forming, right? His hand's getting big and all of that, looking at his hand and freaking out. And then he's walking in between the smoke now when it cuts to the Hulk actually hulked out. It definitely reminded me a little bit of Edward Norton's Hulk, like how when he's walking through the smoke bombs, when he breaks off of that thing, like the bridge connecting the library. I don't know where they are, but I mean that was a cool shot there. And so yeah, we get this like from a shot from below, right? And then finally he does the big roar surrounded by the smoke. That was a cool shot too. We get a couple shots of this like guy shooting, the older black guy. I don't know who he is, who he's even playing. He's shooting like this like machine gun. And then of course the White House exploding. A lot of people were saying that the Red Hulk is the one that's jumping through there, but it could be something else, kind of like, breaking through the White House. But we can see that it's moving up. So it's probably Red Hulk doing that. Who knows? They do CGI a lot of stuff in the trailers. And then we get the last clip of the face-off between Red Hulk and the Falcon. And so the Falcon says, hey, you want me? Come and get me. And then the roar of the Hulk, really, really cool. And he throws a car to him where it shows Falcon just ripping through that car with his wing. Totally badass. I love that. And then he lands with the shield, right in front of his face. I would say, yeah, the movement of the Red Hulk though looks very stiff to me. Probably because, Harrison Ford is already, up there in age. I don't know, he's in his 80s somewhere. So, I mean, he's really up there in age. And I think that they try to make the Hulk character kind of move like him, even though he's, hulked out, he's buff and all that. He's still an older man, or an older Hulk in this case. So maybe that's why his movements is a little stiff, but I'm just kind of making this stuff up. I don't know. But I'm seeing that his movements are a little stiff compared to like the, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. It moves a little bit more swiftly, a little bit more, athletic. I don't know. But at the end here, I am invested in this film. I do want to check this out, regardless of the people's opinions. Everybody is, of course, entitled to their opinion of these films today, especially because they're just not very good. We do get some good highlights in between, but most of these films have been horrible. So I hope that this one is is satisfying at the end. I hope we get a good set of fights, great character development for the Falcon. A lot of people really don't like the Falcon. I think he's fine. I don't think he's horrible. I think he's really good. I've even liked Hawkeye. A lot of people were talking bad about him. Like, he's pretty useless, really. But Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye actually grew on me. So, I'm definitely invested in the Falcon story here. But he's definitely no Captain America, you guys. But I am very, very much more excited, more than anything, about their encounter. So, like, when Red Hulk and Falcon, what is it called? Not team up. When they face off, I'm hoping that is a good fight and it's not like 2 minutes. Again, this reminds me, you guys, check out that film, the short horror film, Logan the Wolf, that I reacted to. The fight there left me so impressed and so satisfied. This is what I expect in films today, and they just let me down all the time. So anyway, you guys, those are my thoughts on the trailer, and I'm definitely going to check this out, and I will give you guys my thoughts for the film. I do want to make some movie reviews, so I want to give you guys my first one with this film here. So anyway, you guys, again, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this entire video. I know it's a little long. I appreciate you guys, and also thank you for those who have subscribed. If you have not, please subscribe to the channel, and you will be entertained by me. Are you not entertained? Right? So also hit the like button, hit the share button if you don't mind doing that, and drop a comment down below. I'm always happy to see you guys' comments. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys take care of yourselves. Peace.